As you know, I spend a lot of time on Google Maps. I have for a long time had my eye on this little section behind the Pine Grove Cemetery that is listed as the Pine Grove Cemetery Backland. Specifically about this area, what's always caught my eye is there's a little trail. There's a trail that goes along the railroad, and I've always wondered, to what extent is that trail? Is it paved? Is it dirt? Is it official? Is it just a, some kind of homeless person passing foot traffic, padded down trail? What is it exactly? Well, today I had sort of the motivation and the time and the remembering of it, which is the most important part, to actually go check it out. There's essentially two areas that I could see for possible entry to this trail. One side of it was in the industrial area of Manchester near the airport, where there's the Manchester wastewater facility. From what I could tell from the street map view, it most likely wasn't going to be the place that I could get in, but it was closest to an area that I have a lot of interest in, which is that far side near the bridge. So I started off first by driving down there.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is ultimately the path that I'm trying to get to, but this is obviously gated. There's a surveillance notice there, so I think this part is, I don't think it's private property, but I just don't think you're allowed to climb over this fence, so we're gonna have to go to the other spot.
Unfortunately, it was gated off, kind of what I assumed, so I decided to go to the north side, which is not really the side I wanted to go in, but if that's the only way, let's try it. There's a small neighborhood, and you can get in through a Smith Ferry Road. And this area, as far as I can tell, what this kind of trail in this section is labeled as, is Smith's Ferry Heritage Park. So that's what we went to go check out today.
All right, so we have the cars, so this is totally viable place. And I brought the carrier, but it looks like it's paved down there, so I think we're just gonna try to use the stroller. We'll have to figure out how to get it through the bars, but might regret that decision. Buddy, can I borrow this? It's a little rough. It's a little rough right here, but hold on, it gets smoother, I promise. You know what? This isn't paved. This is far from paved. So, stroller's not gonna work. Stroller's not gonna work, my man. Change of plans. Okay, well that was a whole lot of work for nothing. I guess we're gonna have to use the carrier. We're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. Okay. It was a tiny bit of a rough start, but I think we're good. I don't really know what's down this direction. It just looks like a trail. Doesn't look like there's anything really that cool, but just in the effort of exploring all that Manchester's little nooks and crannies have to offer, we're gonna go explore. If you look over there, there's some kind of little hut. But I'm more interested in going this direction towards the river and seeing if there's anything notable and exciting in this direction. Everything has tracks here, as if people take maybe snowmobiles back here. I don't think it's like an official sanctioned snowmobile trail, but you know how people be. There's definitely some kind of four-wheeled vehicle track here. Ooh, I think I hear four-wheeled vehicles. Wait a sec. I see a bench. Hang on now. You hanging in there, Caden? So I just got one eye looking at all the action. Small steps save lives. Like this little bridge. Ooh. This is rickety. There's a guy down here smoking marijuana. I can see his bowl. He's the guy. This, it's hard to see, but this right here is the island at the other end, is what you see when you're coming from the mall. Sometimes they have a flag on the tip. That's the island area. Cool river spot. What do you think? I'm gonna not go near that guy because, well, he's got the ATV and he's smoking drugs. And I don't know, he just looks nervous. When you're down here away from people and you got a little guy, it's just, you know, he seems friendly. We waved at each other, but there's really nothing further down that direction. This looks kind of like his private area where he takes his ATV, so we're just gonna go the other direction. Alright, we're back on the main trail. We're gonna continue to go. I don't really know how far I want to take this, just because, like I said, I don't think it really goes anywhere. It goes to that water treatment facility eventually that we were just at, but unless I see something kind of cool, it's very cold and we're once again fighting the daylight, so I don't want to get too far from the car. On the other side of this is a disc golf course. Yeah, disc golf, right? Yeah, frisbee golf, whatever you want to call it. There's two. There's one course on the north side of there's one course on the south side of the cemetery, and then one course on the north side of the cemetery. It looks like they're two separate courses and they don't connect based on what I could see on Google Maps. There's a lot of signs, like this one here, that says no ATVs or four-wheel vehicles permitted. I think we're gonna cross the railroad here, and I wanna go look at that little lean-to that I saw. There might be a moat between the railroad and the, yeah. Classic risk assessment moment. It's pretty strong. What about this one? It's pretty strong. I feel comfortable. Oh, this is the disc golf course. Here we are. So I promise I'm not taking this little man on, you know, anywhere too sketchy. This doesn't look, I mean, this looks old, but it's definitely, maybe it was like a warming hut or something else that was back here. As you can see, it's not really a structure. It looks like it was a lean-to that collapsed. Terribly exciting. Lots of beer cans. Nice sunsetter awning. The reach of alcohol consumption is everywhere. There has never been, it's kind of like a bizarre, almost paradox where I feel like you could make a graph that with the perfect correspondence to the level of seclusion is the heightened level of signs of alcohol consumption. Beer cans, mainly Bud Light. Twisted tea is something that I've seen more and more throughout the years in the woods. You know, and then your classic Zanka bottles and stuff like that. It's the same thing with graffiti. You could go like deep into the most abandoned mine shaft ever, like the most difficult place to get to ever, and there's graffiti. Graffiti artists are without a doubt the most robust adventure explorers mankind has ever known. Small steps save lives. Don't worry. I wouldn't do this if I wasn't confident. Although, what's the line from The Office? Confidence is the liquor of the fool, and confidence.
The food of the wise man, but the liquor of the fool.
I'm almost out of battery. The temperature has totally killed this, and I don't have any extra batteries. Plus, it's getting dark, and I don't think there's a whole lot more to see. So we're gonna cut it short, just a short little adventure. I feel satisfied though. I feel like we saw some good stuff. See, he's always watching. He is watching. He's always got one eye on the action. Did you have fun? Was that a fun adventure? Are you warm? Nah? Yeah. Ready to get out of that? Let's get you out of that. Sorry, I got you in a weird spot.